Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I think you remember that Mr. Mitch McConnell, the Republican senator of Kentucky, and he is the minority leader in the Senate, in the U.S. Senate. He had that little, 15 seconds of not being around us when he could not be back. He was gone somewhere, and I assume that was related, as it is in other cases, with age. And maybe some other medical issues, which tells me he should probably be just retiring. Well, we have here an article and a video provided with gloating happiness by Daily Beast. And they will show us how he is heckled mercilessly, according to the Daily Beast, in his home state of Kentucky during a speech, being called, to retire and so on. The problem is there's someone else more obvious than this guy that he's not here most of the time, not like this guy. And the Daily Beast doesn't make the same, articles, and it doesn't make the same statements regarding that one. And that's Biden, obviously. I can think of Feinstein as well. She's a senator from California. I can think of Pelosi. I can think of Fetterman of Pennsylvania, right? But no, they cover for those guys. But nevertheless, I have a little problem with incompetent leaders or incompetence in general. If you're incompetent for the tasks you were appointed or elected, I think you should have the ethical decision to get out and don't create more problems that you already did. So let's look into this little article coming from, as I said, Daily Beast. Mitch McConnell mercilessly heckled during speech with chance of retire. Well, who are more mercilessly? The people or this guy that has power over them to have such a big influence and power in this country? Who's more criminal, this guy or the public? Heckled. No, he was heckled. He was told, go home, you are a no good. So Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, Republican of Kentucky, was interrupted repeatedly by jeers during a breakfast speech in his home state of Kentucky Saturday for what appeared to be the entirety of his appearance. All right, let's see. It says, while the Associated Press described how McConnell, and I'm quoting, arrived to a prolonged standing ovation and receiving a rousing welcome from the party faithful, he was also met with boos booze, as he told the crowd that he and his wife Elaine were really excited to be back. Well, he should be back and never go. McConnell appeared to bear the brunt of the crowd's ire, while chants including "Shame on you," "Ditch Mitch," "Retire," and "Lost the Senate" ringing around the packed arena as he spoke. And let's see, let's watch the video.
I just told David Beck his introduction is longer than my speech. Elaine and I are really excited to be back at Fancy Farm on behalf of the strongest Republican team we've ever run in our state. For those of you who keep count, this is my 28th Fancy Farm.
Holy moly.
My 28th Fancy Farm. I want to thank Father Venters and Stephen Elder for finding a way to keep Fancy Farm going, even with pork prices going through the roof. Thanks to the Kentucky State Police and local law enforcement for keeping folks safe this weekend. Now, here's the challenge for the police. Here's the challenge for the police. With the shutdown governor in charge, I'm sure state troopers are just glad to be on church property without having to tag license plates. My friends, I'll be honest, it's not hard for Republicans to look good these days.
Look good.
We're up against the folks who gave you record high inflation. We're up against folks who closed schools and then told you that teachers unions know what's best for your kids. We're up against folks who'd rather let repeat offenders walk free than get tough on crime. I'm glad Governor Beshear finally decided to come to Fancy Farm. It's been the first Saturday in August for 143 years. But Andy only seems to make time for you all when he's staring down Election Day. Friends, I know a little something about
family and
I know a little
donors.
something about beating Beshears. But let me tell you, Andy makes his dad look like a Republican. Steve Beshear, his dad, thought woke was what he did from his nightmare Senate race in 1996. But Andy, he speaks liberal with a California accent. So make no mistake, Biden and Beshear are as thick as thieves, and not just because they want to rob you blind in taxes.
Well, I guess mass democracy. Obviously, you have people who support you, people who don't support you, but this weasel shows how fantastic the mass democracy is, especially in the United States of America. But doesn't mean that those guys who are, booing and telling the truth lost the Senate and retire. I think those are legitimate chants from the public. And he would not take those in consideration because that's a bigger interest, a bigger, how should I call it? It's a bigger fish to fry than this guy here. He's just a little piece of the puzzle, the big puzzle, which is them against, the rest of us, which I think the Matrix works just fine for now. Here it is, the minority leader of the Senate, Mitch McConnell. No shame. The problem is these guys in Daily Beast, they gladly showed us this and made this article over here beautiful, but they will not dare to make with Obama, or not Obama, what's his name? I'm losing my mind, like Mitch McConnell. Talking about this guy losing his mind. Biden, I know sometimes when I think about Obama, I think straight to Biden. The other way around again. It's just these guys are like family or something. So I can think of Biden, and these guys are not going. They're covering for these people. It's not. I mean, I used to kind of defend and say maybe it's not their fault, or well, it is their fault because they don't have the ability of introspection, or if they have it, they don't really care. So that becomes even worse. Just to say, what, I'm not good, but they really think they're good. Just watch, as I said, Senator Feinstein of California, how she speaks, if she speaks, and or Fetterman. And you say, well, how do you speak? Well, it's true, you can make a point with that. The problem is those guys are illogical as well, not only, and I think English is their first language, if I remember correctly. I don't know exactly for Feinstein, because Feinstein has some allegiances, and but nevertheless, I'm not a senator, so I can point these things very easily to these people who actually their job is to make laws and talk, debate, and they're not even passing the minimum requirement for that. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.